What's up, everyone? So, just got done with my workout, waiting for the car to warm up. I just want to go over what I did basically and why it is I do it specifically that way. First I started off with safety squat bar front squats. Now, a lot of people kind of get on me for these, like, oh, it's not a real front squat, oh, it's easier, blah, 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 like, whatever. And really, it has nothing to do with an actual front squat as the reason I'm doing them. The reason I do safety squat bar front squats is because it mimics my low bar squat very well. Now, with low bar squats, I still tend to get a lot of tendonitis in my biceps, as well as my chest and my shoulders. So in meet prep, I prefer to only do low bar squats every other week. So on alternate weeks, I'll do low bar squats every 2 weeks. On the alternate weeks, what I do is I'll do a SSB front squat. Why? Because it mimics my low bar squat very well without getting all the annoyances of an actual low bar squat, like the tendonitis in my biceps and my shoulders and just the strain on my chest. That is why I specifically do SSB front squats. So I did those. I decided to work up to a 1 rep max, which I did hit. That is the heaviest I've hit in sleeves. I think I hit 700 in knee reps, but that's what I did in sleeves. I'm gonna stay in sleeves probably the first 6 weeks or so that I do these, and then the last 6-7 weeks going into meet prep, I'll probably start wearing knee wraps for them. But on low bar squats, I'm wearing knee wraps every single session I do from now until the competition. So that's kind of how I'm handling that. After that, what I did was seated good mornings. So when I do the safety squat bar front squats, because it doesn't really hit your back that hard, I like to team them up with the safety squat bar seated good mornings. That's kind of why I do them together, because then that kills my back. It hits my mid back really well as my upper back and my neck a little bit. So that's why I do that movement. It also hits your hamstrings and a little bit, but it's mostly hitting your back. So that's why I do those two movements. That's why I do them together. There we go. After that, I just did general accessory work. I did some hamstring curls. I did some rows. I did some calves. That was about it. But I really just wanted to go over specifically why I use a safety squat bar for those two specific exercises. So that's that.
Dude, the thing is, yo, Johnny.
Good.
Nice, come on.
Good.
When you tell people that I'm okay, and you're not selling yourself, they automatically wonder why you don't want to fuck. Or they think, oh, it's such a good brother. You thought of it, they instantly believe, why did this guy do what? What are you doing to gain? Get through. Do it for a friend. Not really trying to get a friend. Why the fuck is the friend? This is the shit that came in high school that don't have.
Talking about it. This is even everybody, you know, I ain't talking about it. Talking to me.